Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up.
Feeling where I am from. Feeling where I am from.
Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 160. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Very special guests in the building. There are reoccurring guests that are in the building. Reintroduce yourself to the audience, though. Gentlemen first. We're not gentlemen here.
I ain't mad at it.
Go ahead. Introduce yourself to the audience.
No.
This is the Life Be Life and podcast, the dynamic duo known as
Just being Mimi or Mimi the goddess.
You know what I'm saying? And she's flanked by none other than your favorite fat freckled man, the big dog himself. Who? Your favorite coach's favorite coach. Coach Nah, we here.
As again, flag on the play. He does not mention that he is a part of the podcast.
And I did not mention that I'm part of the podcast live show. My bad.
You'll get it together.
I thought, I always expect him to follow up with that. So, you know what I mean? I got too dependent on the point guard, but you're right.
For those who are not in the know, you know what I'm saying, you can get over to the BS3 network right now under new releases. The podcast link live show, the first live show, is still available. Right now, we are on demand on the BS3 network, so y'all make sure y'all get over there and y'all get on there. We need to run those numbers up, y'all. Let them know how valuable
it is.
Paid talent like us is valuable. You know what I'm saying? We're not out here just doing shit, doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Professionals are we are. Also follow at Podcast Link Philly on Instagram for all your updates about up-and-coming shows and reoccurring things. We do a lot around these parts. Now, episode 160, as I'd always tell my folks over there at Life Be Life, and I told them, you make sure y'all get in those comments, and kudos to y'all. When I jumped back in the comments the next time, I was on them.
Okay.
When I plagiarized from y'all, I love to give you the credit for it. I don't remember which episode this was I was listening to. It's usually just somebody may say one thing. And it was Mimi who said something. I said, let's write that one down because this has become a topic. So
that was episode 55, The Forgive and Punish.
And where might somebody be able to find that at, Nah?
They will be able to find that on the Life Be Life and podcast, which you can find the audio on any streaming audio that you listen to, but you can certainly also find the video on YouTube at Life Be Lifing, or if you're fancy Twitch, Life Be Lifing _NI, Life Be Lifing _NI on Twitch. It's there as well.
Copy that. We're going to close the show. Make sure y'all get all that good information again for those who, you know what I'm saying, were in the back of the classroom and didn't hear. Now, this is what episode 160 is. What does it take to forgive? We're going to start now with the young lady. You know what I'm saying? We'll be gentlemen about the topic, not the intro. What does it take for forgiveness, though? We're all married people here, okay? State how long you've been in gangsterdom, and then tell us, what does it take to forgive?
I've been with my significant other for 18 years. We have been married since 2011.
18 years. Y'all was a college freshman, huh? Okay.
You forget I'm a little older, so. We met in grad school. 2006 is when we started dating.
Oh, then we started talking in 2006. Go ahead, y'all. Love was in there.
So, love was like that. That was the year for a lot of people, apparently. But forgiveness takes a lot. Actually, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of you, and it takes a lot from you. Because to forgive, sometimes people want you to forget, and they forget that it's not always that easy. And folks, have this premise behind forgiveness with if you forgave them, you should just get over it. Doesn't always work like that, especially if you have someone who is a repeat offender of certain things that you have to continuously forgive. They don't really give you a chance to forget. And, sometimes forgiveness becomes performative and you feel like it's a disingenuous thing. And you start to wonder if extending the forgiveness repeatedly is a good thing or a bad thing. So that's why I say forgiveness takes a lot from you, of you, and out of you.
You start to become an enabler, is what you're saying there.
You do, you really do. I feel like you do. Because people, it goes to this whole thing about love being unconditional, and people start to kind of try to mesh the two, and they continuously believe like, well, you're gonna love me regardless, and I'm like,
So
love got a
again,
limit.
when I plagiarize, I love to give out credit. My man Uncle Face BTG podcast, he brought this topic up before on their podcast. Is all
Sure
love
did.
conditional? It
Mhm.
absolutely is conditional.
It
But
is.
go ahead.
I
You
mean,
say
I
something
feel
about
like
my
it
mom the
is.
wrong way, girl, things might go left.
And it's funny because I have to find this clip where, and it's from a show. I feel like I can't think of the name of the show. Give me a minute, it'll come to me. But the therapist, funny enough, was explaining to her why she doesn't feel like love is conditional and why love is supposedly unconditional. But I think it really is a matter of the person you are with, and if your love is unconditional, why you can continuously forgive them for certain things, because you kind of gotta. Nirie and I say this all the time. KYP, you gotta know your personnel.
Know your
And
personnel.
if you are aware of the person you're dealing with and you love them unconditionally, you will tolerate a lot of things. And there will become a point where you feel like you are being an enabler because they know that you love them unconditionally. They know that you're going to keep forgiving, and they know that you are going to keep sticking beside them, and they will just be a repeat offender.
So I'm trying to think if I want to do this as a whole topic because go ahead now. You go first. Let's
All
see where
right.
you go, and then I'll see where I'm going.
Okay, so for the most part, I agree with what Mimi said, as we did already discuss this on the Forgive and Punisher, that indeed continuing to forgive somebody um, can create, them can create an enabler situation, and forgiveness does take a lot out of you. It is, they say, to err is human, to forgive is divine, because truly, for those who believe in, higher powers of spirituality, forgiveness truly is divine. It's something that our Creator, whatever name you have for him or her, uh, their choice to forgive us despite, our human failings, our errors, even the things we choose to do that we know we ain't got no business doing. It literally takes an upper level of power to do. So for us, mere mortals, it is asking a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, I am team no such thing as forgive and forget. I think that that was always a myth. It was always a fallacy to ask somebody to be able to forget, because I think 9 times out of 10, I'll be generous, 8 times out of 10, if you forget the situation, you probably forget the lesson. What I think that you are supposed to, when you forgive, you're supposed to leave the angst behind. You're not supposed to forget what they did, because it's a reminder of who this person either is or who they can be. And you have to act accordingly. As we said, know your personnel. So you have to act accordingly, according to who it is you're dealing with. However, I do believe that love is supposed to be unconditional. I also believe that love is not enough in and of itself,
Oh,
because love is not just an emotion, because love is
What you mean,
actually a
love is not just
lifestyle.
enough?
What I mean is that it's not enough for me to continue to let you slide. I can love you from a distance. It doesn't even mean we have to
yes.
continue dealing with each other. People
Right.
get married and get divorced and still love each other. There's friends who are friends, love each other, but our friendship doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Um, Family, I love you, but you're a user, you're an abuser, and I can't operate with you in the sense that I want to operate with you in. So I will operate with you in the sense that I have to operate with you in.
Yeah.
Love may cover a multitude of sins, but it doesn't erase them as if they're not a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the
Yeah.
forget part. I ain't with that. I'm not going to never ask nobody to forget what I did. And as me said, the whole get over it thing. that's an issue in of itself, right? Because you as the offender don't get to put a timetable on somebody's recovery. However,
Yeah.
you as the person recovering don't get to drag this out forever and say you actually forgave the person.
Yeah.
There's space
All
in
right, so,
between.
I
so
think
yeah,
it's a
that's
matter
kind of
of.
that's
I'm
kind of where I
sorry.
was at. Um, I think that it's a difference between forgiving and forgetting. I could have forgave you for the situation, but then, like you said, you can't just. I did this episode before where, God damn it, I just lost it. Damn, what was it? I forgot that fast. Damn it, these kids is getting on my nerves today. Uh, you gotta when you have these situations, like we're not talking about just cheating. This is not what we're talking about.
Right.
So people always
No,
just, God,
no.
I'm
There's a
tired of
lot of
like
other things to forgive.
not
Oh,
exactly, especially
yes.
like that's why I stated like the state that we're all married and you didn't tell us how long you've been gangster though. You forgot that
Oh,
part. Don't
true, true, true indeed, true indeed. So we've been together about whew, 24 years, but we've been married 17.
you? Kobe, look at
We've
these
been married
niggas.
17.
He said, "Look at
All
these
right,
niggas."
okay, these niggas is graduating this year. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
we start talking in '06. We've been married 9 years this year. For me, but
Mm.
in these situations, like you said, it's not just like cheating. People always just assume, some people are actually married, happy, and we don't have those situations.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy. It can happen.
unpopular opinion, cheating is not the worst thing that can happen in a marriage. Unpopular opinion for me. But
Very
let's move
unpopular, but
forward.
very
That
true.
sounds like another episode. It sounds
That's why
like
I
we
had to
need to put a
drop it. Just
pin.
I had to just
That
go
sound
ahead and
that's
This
for
is
folks who are listening. That
scripted.
sounds like a pin in what we call a tease in the business, and somewhere around
you know how
episode
that go.
172 or so, we'll pull that pin out.
We'll
You know how
release.
pay talent do, brother.
Hey, ain't no doubt. You know what I'm saying? You have to, like you said, you can't put a timetable on that person's feelings as far as being hurt
Right.
by whatever it is that you did. Like you could have just been fucking up the bag, and
Yeah.
that could have put us in a situation where, like, so you 3 months
Hey,
behind on the mortgage, and I never knew nothing
cause
about that because you handled
cause
that.
I'ma tell you, fuck
Uh,
my money up. We down bad. I ain't
you could
forgiving
have fucked
that.
up the saving.
You,
You could have fucked up the savings account. Like you could be behind on the property taxes. There are a lot of things
yeah.
that are in a marriage where we not worrying about my wife went out the door and oh my god is she gonna fuck somebody. Like
Right.
Don't
these
fuck up the
situations.
church's money.
Yeah, ain't no
hmm
doubt. Even the Muslim
Something
knows
could
that
have
one.
happened to one of the kids on your watch.
Something like we talked
Ooh,
about
that's
this
a big
before. How do
one.
I tell you? How do I tell you like you're a bad parent? Like trying to
hmm
forgive the
We
mistakes that
did.
you
I remember
made.
that.
Yeah, like
hmm
trying to forgive the mistakes that you've made as a mom or as a dad, or even if we just talking like as an aunt or as an uncle, like because you might
hmm
have a niece or nephew that live with you, but you treat them like your own. But it's like I don't really
Yeah.
like the way you be handling this. But to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
back onto what we was like, these situations is like if I say I forgive you, it takes a lot to forgive. It takes a whole lot of like love. It takes a lot of love and time. It takes
Mm,
time for you to forgive somebody. Just
right.
because I did whatever, and it's not the other person is going to constantly keep bringing it up. But like, nigga, it's been 2 weeks. I'm not over it yet.
Right.
And you can't like give me a timetable to be over, but then like you can't continue to weaponize it against the other person.
That's the thing.
Not
Yeah.
weaponizing it against the other person is because you love them and because you've decided that you
hmm
still want to be with them. Now you don't get to decide I want to be with you, but I'm holding this over your head for the next 15 years. Like we didn't all stated we're in long-term situations.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
my wife or your husband did some shit in 2012 and it's like, nigga, I'm gonna still hold that though, because like this is how I get my to be up. No, you can't do that. You can't do that in a successful marriage. You could do that. Y'all can still
Right.
just be together. Y'all can still live together. We can still sleep together. But we can hate each other and both be texting somebody else good night on the other end of the bed. Like, but go ahead.
Stranger
You
things
should
have
try to jump in
happened.
with something. Hey, stranger
No.
thing, niggas. I'm going to work. What you doing? Going to work. We both end up at the airport going to Cancun.
I've seen it. No, so what I was gonna say is the forgive part is more or less where you stop, blaming and shaming. Um, the forgiveness comes with the forget in the way of you're pardoning them for what they did and you're not holding resentment. A lot of people don't even realize that they hold resentment for this thing they have to forgive people for. And no, it's like it's not a timetable thing, but I do feel like people hold shit in the pocket. So later down the
Mm-hmm.
line, it's like they can throw that shit in your face as a reminder. And so like for the offender, it's the forget part is don't ever bring that shit up. Right? That's what for the offender, that's what forget means. Let's not bring that up again.
All right, so right there, something that Na was saying. I know now that this is something that is in your bag. This is now a part of your
Yep.
personality, your repertoire, because you
Yep.
did that shit.
Yep.
And it's going to take a lot of years. Like I said, time. Time is the thing that you have to have there.
Yeah.
When you get bananas and them joints is green, you can't crack them open, can you? Yeah, let them joints turn.
Right.
You got to wait that time. So
Yep.
now, because I know, like, yo, you fucked up the church's money, like you said. I'm gonna have to keep checking in to see, like, so did you really go pay the cable bill, or did you
Yes.
call PGW because you said that? Now we're not
And
gonna lord it over you, but we're gonna have to adjust, and you also got to be real with yourself. You have to make the
yeah.
strong enough assessment of self and say, is this something that I can get over,
There you
or is
go.
this something that I'm going to hold on to like a dog with a bone? Like if I
Yeah.
There you
know
go.
I'm petty as hell and I ain't never gonna let this go, then you probably need to reevaluate the situation. You might need to step
Mm-hmm.
away for a week, go spend the weekend somewhere, or shit, you
Mm-hmm.
might need to even just break up. Some people act like you can never just walk away. You always had like
Yes.
nobody has you
It's
chained to
always a
this marriage.
option.
We
Always an
could have
option.
been together for fucking 15 years and things been great. Like now I was just talking about a friendship where we could have been the best of friends at 24 because we was into
Yeah.
all the same shit. But at 44, we are looking at life
We
totally
different
different.
people. We
Yeah,
different people.
we should be different people. Some niggas is,
Should be.
some niggas is still trapped in 2004. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True. True. But
go ahead,
I
jump in
feel
now.
like
Oh, go, you had it. You my bad. I thought you lost
no,
it.
go not because yeah, I did. I
Okay.
pulled one of your moves.
I seen it. I know. I
So
just had it.
so yeah, because that's the real trick, right? Like Mish was saying that it's that balance that you have to know that this if you did this offense, you have to know that that person has the right every now and then if they start to see certain things add up to be
Okay,
concerned
that's what it
that
was.
that's the
That's what it
issue.
was.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
That's
granted, if everything going good, you adapting the code, you moving and you grooving, and they just be like, "Hey, did you pay the bill? Did you forget to pay the bill?" And it's like,
yeah.
yo, I got it on auto pay. You know that.
We've been good.
Like,
Whatever.
why you feel the need to? You know what I'm saying? Then you kind of
That's
stressing the
picking.
situation out. That's
That's
what
picking.
Misha's saying. Like, you got it in your back pocket. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To
That's
to to
that's
kind of
that
mess
picking
with the
shit.
person, and like we were saying, you punishing the person for what they did. But
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? If I do notice something's late, you know what I'm saying, and you were supposed to be the money person, but you messed up the bag before,
I
and I'm like,
gotta check it.
okay, here you go
I gotta
again.
check it.
Hey,
Yep.
hey, baby. I
So
noticed
this is
so forth and so on, and give that person a
Mm-hmm.
chance to explain. And then if they hear me, if they stand tall and say, you know what, I did forget my bad, but then
Yeah.
that's on that person to do. Now, if they go ahead and they get super defensive, well, why you gotta be asking me? Then it's probably finna be another problem.
So
so let me
that's the
flip it.
point I was about to make. That's one quick. So people don't they think the trust is automatic when you forgive and forget. And so that what
Trust
you
is
were just
earned.
saying now is earned, not given, right? So what you were just literally referencing,
Mm-hmm.
people getting mad because you have to do the check-in on the can I trust you? That's how you know somebody isn't really, to me, worthy of the forgiveness, because you and I had that back and forth. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry if you done cheated and you told me you hanging out with your homeboys and y'all bowling, but I found out you at a strip club. So yes, every time you go on bowling, I expect you to do certain type of check-ins so I know that's where you really at, right?
We
Or
did go back and
if you
forth about
say
that.
we did, and it's like the change is, so what it was the conversation, Hank, was where's the change behavior, right? You keep committing these forgivable offenses, but you're still doing the same thing. So you cannot get mad at me because my trust and tolerance for it isn't all the way back where it used to be. People think that when you forgive them, you're supposed to forget, and it's supposed to be automatically trust you all over again. It does not work like that. Again, this is why I said it takes a lot of you, from you, for you to forgive and forget, trust and believe, not have to feel like you gotta verify all the time. It's a lot. Like, so you really do have to sit with yourself and say, is this something I can deal with? Is this something I can really do? Or you need to be upfront with your partner and be like, look, I'm going to ask you to send me your PIN. Drop the location. I'm going to check in on the bills. I am going to make sure you were with who you said you were with. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to do this. And if you're mad at me, then just let's move on, because you have to give me something for me to give you something. If you want forgiveness, you got to give me something.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta interrupt. That's technically not how forgiveness is supposed to work. I think I get the human aspect of it.
Exactly.
I get the human aspect of it. So I'm not going to be unrealistic here. I'm not going to be unrealistic, and I'm going to be practical. However, that is not how forgiveness is supposed to work, because one of the things we always tend to forget about forgiveness is that more than even for the person, the offender, forgiveness is for us so we can move on with our lives. So that every time the cheater walks out the door, we're not, oh my God, she or he about to sleep with somebody. That every time the person who messed up the bag, swipe their card, we're not. I don't mean I don't mean literally every time, but still, you know what I'm saying? You having a panic attack because this person is going on, my wife going on a girl trip and she messed up the money before, so she might have us down, you know what I'm saying? Whatever now, you know what I'm saying? It can't be that. It has to be within reason. Like the things that Misha's saying. Like if you're doing something that indicates literally what you just finished doing and needed to be forgiven
the same
for
behavior that you showed before,
that same exact behavior, then yes, they have a right
That's what I'm talking about.
Go ahead and check you out.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Not all the time, not the first time. Like if you're a repeat offender, I'm gonna start checking in. I'm sorry.
But however, it's because the example you use, because that's why we went back and forth about it. Listen, to act like the man could never go bowling again, and I'm not saying that was the situation, but to act like the man could never go bowling again without a check. That's why I had to clear it up.
It was an example.
Let me say
this.
That's why I had to clear it up.
I got two things here.
Go ahead, bro.
If we marry, checking in is a part of the deal. Checking in is a part of the deal because it's security.
Yes.
You need to know where I'm at, and I need to know where you're at. Fuck dropping a pin or like I'm not one of those type of people. I don't have my location on it for anything. I hate using GPS because I have to have my location. Like
really? Okay, we'll talk about that later.
You go ahead, bang the left, bang the right.
No. Boy, you wild.
Yeah, like we're adults here. So like if my wife is going out to wherever you go, and you have a good time. Again, I'm not worrying about nobody's about to have a joint in her ass tonight. What I'm thinking though is, all right, you said you're going to Center City, and then you hear some shit happened in Center City, or you told me you was going uptown, and all right, something just happened uptown, and now you're calling me saying, "Yo, are you cool?" That's what a check-in is about. You can let the person who's not in a don't let the person who isn't in a successful relationship tell you like, "Oh, you calling your wife to tell her?" You fucking right. I'm calling my wife.
You fucking right.
Because she needs to know.
Right.
Maybe yours don't need to know where you at, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. I always tell people when they say, "Well, we don't do that," I don't have nothing to do with your marriage. I have one marriage, and it's this one.
Right.
So something else.
On my mind.
Copy. I wanted to flip the script here now, because we're all speaking from a point of being the person who's doing the forgiving. Now we're the offender in this situation. When you're the offender in this situation, you have to have some change behavior, and you have to show that you've learned from the mistake that you made. You don't continue to do the things that you did, which led to the mistake, whatever the mistake is that you made. Like I said, I don't want to just bog everything down always to just cheating, but whatever the mistake that it is that you made, wherever you slipped up or came up short in your relationship, you, the person who did the wrong shit, have to evaluate self again and say, what situation did I put myself in, or what did I do that led to me fucking up whatever it was that I fucked up? And how do I change to help this person get over this? Because they never, like Nas said, I have to remember, I can't forget that you did that, because that now tells me that that's in your personality. We all got a bunch of different sides and things that we can do, but it's like, I need to know that that's in you. When somebody cusses at the kids or some shit, you go like, oh, I never knew like Nisha talked like that. Like at kids, she's never said nothing like that. When Nas screams his wife, is like, damn, I didn't know he would do that. Like if you see me snatch away from mine, they like, we all got different situations where it's gonna be like, damn, I didn't know that you had that in you. But now that I see it, all right, I know it's there. So, but we'll always, again, you're not gonna forget that it happened. You should never forget. You're not gonna. Nobody's gonna forget. They can forgive, but they're never gonna forget. Now, it's time to switch up the topic, switch up the show to the get to know portion, which is sponsored by Custom Hustle. That is at Custom Hustle World on Instagram. It's Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. We do custom jerseys, jackets. They're one of one unless you buy 5. We have 5 versions of the sneaks, the CH1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. Also the boots, the flip-flops, you know what I'm saying? What I got on my feet today right here. Oh, these are the flip-flops right here, you know what I'm saying? If I can get the shoe off my foot.
Say, it ain't hype until he showed the footwear.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those there, the Custom Hustle flip-flop second editions. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching
what sizes do they come in? Let the people know.
Oh, man, these are 13 for us Bigfoot brothers, you know what I'm saying? If you up to a 14, though, bastard, you're just a little too big. My man, he said, damn, bro, I need a 15. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can't do 15s, nigga. But yeah. Copy, yet. But yeah, we do the barber capes, the sweatsuits, the track suits, the collar shirts. We working on all that. Yeah, if you cut or do hair, we got you. All of that's over there at Custom Hustle World on Instagram and Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. Now, get to know. This one's for you, Mimi. Okay? What we'd like to know is, if you're planning a romantic evening, because, they always asking us, when the woman is planning a romantic evening, what does that look like for your husband?
For my husband, a romantic evening?
Yes, you're planning you're going to say, like, I'm doing something special for him tonight. We'll go there. You're doing something special for him tonight. Okay. What are we doing?
We are definitely going to one of our favorite steakhouses in the city. We like Double Eagle, Del Frisco's. So we'll go there, or even Chima, because Chima be doing the
you tell them niggas we need a sponsorship now. You done just threw out all they goddamn names.
Listen. I definitely need Chima to sponsor me as much as I eat there. But we probably either go in there, and he loves the bowl. That's why I say that was a bad example. But he loves the bowl, so we probably gonna go like late night bowling. He is a league bowler, and he is a really good league bowler. Like, he bowl for money. He do tournaments, so he loves when I go bowling with him. We actually have like our own bowling balls and shoes and shit. I just don't league bowl no more because it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort that I don't got. But we probably gonna go league bowling, and probably in the night doing what we do, because
copy that. We all married here. We all understand.
I'll probably go get a room or something. Change the scenery, because I love getting me a good old Marriott room on the water. So that'll probably be what we do. Stay somewhere overnight.
Now, here's a question. Since we're on the romantic, would you ever get your husband some flowers?
Yes, I have.
Okay, copy that. So this is not get to know hype, but I'll give a little snippet here. My wife told me, like, this was years ago. She was like, she said she was gonna get me some flowers, and I went on tilt. Like, why the fuck would you give me some flowers? I'm like, I don't remember this, but this sounds like something I would have said back in my backsliding days when I was young, man.
Backsliding days.
So, copy that. All right, now we're gonna give it to you now. Now we're planning a romantic evening for the missus. What does it look like?
Oh man, back shots, drinks. Loud music.
Oh shit! Damn, at least I feed my nigga before I fuck him. Shit.
Get my Wesley Pipes on. You need me to take some out.
He brought it up. Hey, Mimi, since you brought it up, now we going there. Is this slow music or is this trap music that you got on?
I mean, it sounds like a trap music kind of
like
treatment.
trap music.
It's trap music treatment is what it sounds like to me. I'm just saying.
I'm saying,
God
is the
damn.
Jeezy blasting or you know what I'm saying? What's going? Is this Usher kind of night? You tell me.
Yeah, it got, you know what I'm saying? Go to work. Going to
Oh my
work.
God.
Going to
This is
work.
hilarious.
Nah.
Y'all tell me.
So for her, you know, we got to hit the elements. We know our folks. You know, KYP know your personnel. So you got to hit the elements. Got to make sure it's food, entertainment, something out of usual. So something out of usual. You know, find a museum with a thorough exhibit, something different, something that's not going on at the regular. Something that they have, and one of those limited time situation. Go check that out. Whether it's science or art museum, go find somebody that got a particular exhibit going on that what I mean we could catch while we there. Definitely make sure to have her two favorite types of food available throughout the day. So before the date, or maybe before the date, maybe grab a bite of some soul food or something like that. And then she's a big breakfast fan, so I'm actually gonna have the breakfast thing be kind of like the wrap up situation. You know what I mean? On top of that, probably try to find something for her to wear. Probably not necessarily pick out a dress, but out of what she has, pick out one of those and be like, I really like the way you look in this, so forth and so on. Get dressed up. Do something unusual, and then have some fun. Like literally some fun, something to do, something to laugh, something that's not extra serious. So whether it's a game we could play, maybe definitely going to rent a room because we need to get out of the house. I don't, I want her to have that not pressure of whatever it is going on in the home that we normally have to worry about. I don't want her to be thinking about, having to wash the dishes or, having to do this and that. Nah. We in this room. There's a pool there in the hotel because she likes to swim. So, yeah, I'd make sure to just have all the elements put together so that the night goes well. Food, fun, ambiance, and intrigue.
Copy that. Now, one more for both of y'all. You were anticipating the worst, Mimi.
Maybe.
No, man, these is light. These are just to get to know you. I'm saying, loosen you up, let the audience know you just a little bit better. Okay.
I am with it.
I'm gonna throw out a year, and you tell me what do you instantly think of with this year? 2005, because you said y'all met in 06. So we're gonna go 05 before you met him. Long time ago.
2005. I was just starting grad school.
So you thinking homework, pencils?
Man, like all I was thinking was I gotta get this PMP, Project Management Professional certification, so I can make more paper. That's literally I was on my grind in 2005. I really wasn't on nothing but the focus. So yeah, 2005 was like one of them years where I was just trying to fake it till I make it.
Copy that. 2009.
2009. 2009. Okay, so Nick was 2. What was I doing around this time? Coaching. That's what I'd be thinking about in 2009. Coaching. I just probably become an official head coach at this point in time, where pretty much all the teams through the program was gonna run through me, and it just meant a lot for me, and it meant a lot to me. We hadn't done AAU or nothing like that yet, but like I've already been a mentor before that, but definitely 2009 was kind of like when I kind of started making a name for myself. I stopped being, T's little brother or T's son or T's little cousin or whatever they thought I was. You know what I'm saying? T's little nigga. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you know what I'm saying? At that point, it was kind of like, well, who's he? You know what I'm saying? Like who's he now? Now my name buzzing a little bit. We kicking some ass. My personality is rubbing off on the team and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was big for me. 2009, definitely coaching.
Copy that. All right, now we go on to the last segment of the show, which is sponsored by H2H Cleaning. That is H Cleaning on Instagram only. We do roofing, plumbing, flooring, HVAC remodeling, carpet cleaning, You need some trees cutter trimmed, grass cut, trimmed, all of that. We got all of those situations. Again,
Like the
remodeling if that's
man.
what you need. You know what I'm saying? That is at H2H Cleaning. We do not handle septic tanks. I'd like to be honest with you. You got some in-house plumbing, we can probably help. Septic tanks, we gotta make a phone call. But that is at H2H Cleaning only. We're here to help. Just tell us how we can help. Now, Mimi, what do we need to know?
It's a new year. I need people to stop being on that New Year, New Me shit.
Oh
How
God, I
about
hate
you
when
just
people
be
say
New
that.
Year? I hate it. New Year, same me, doing better. How about that? Let's do that. For me, that's all I'm focused on. I don't know if I told you, but we learned that my uncle passed right after Thanksgiving. So, like, people live your life because tomorrow is not promised. All the shit you say you want to do it. To step into it, own it. Like, live life to the fullest. Take care of yourself. Prioritize yourself because if you don't, you won't. That's it.
One thing I want to, this is what do we need? I don't ever jump in on this point, but because you said that, I hate when somebody says New Year, New Me. If you realize on
It's
December the
ridiculous.
4th that something is wrong with you and you need to adjust it, if you like, damn, I went to the doctor and these niggas told me that his blood pressure is too high and you need to lose 30 pounds, why the fuck are you going to wait another month to start getting on that? Like, you need to jump
Get
on
on
that
it.
right then when you made the evaluation. My
ASAP,
bad.
early, never late. Okay? People need to stop playing with their lives. For real.
Go ahead now. What we need to know, brother?
Well, first of all, New Year, New Me. Nah.
Bang, bang, bitch.
Nah, first of all, what y'all need to know is life be life and ain't going nowhere. Y'all gonna see a bunch of different life be life and podcasts and people and stuff like that, but we are the life be life and podcast. Go ahead,
Period.
check the chronology. Look back 3 years, you don't see another life be life and podcast in
We it.
existence.
We
We
it.
we the ones, we the ones, and as
We the
such,
ones.
you need to get on the train. Okay, we got the YouTube, we got the different ones, Spotify, Apple, all that different streaming out there, and we are on TikTok now because that's definitely something for the new year. We are on TikTok
Yeah.
while we still have access to it. So definitely
To
go over
April.
there,
Was that
check out the
April?
clips. Right, go over there, check out the clips. We will be doing more lives. We started at the end of last year, but we will be doing more lives this year in 2025. More live in 2025. We'll still be doing the
Yes.
pre-recorded, but we gonna do more live. So get involved with that. Also, you know what I mean? What you need to know is that I am part of Podcast Link Philly. You know what I'm saying? A proud part of that. And we gonna do some more interesting things this year, man. I'm speaking into existence. We gonna take our act on the road at some point. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sooner than later, maybe later than sooner, but I'm speaking that into existence. Um, for sure, for sure. That's the things that y'all definitely need to know.
One more thing y'all need to know. Episode 198 of the Mr. Know It All podcast. You can go back in those archives and check me and Nah out. You know what I'm saying? We was on there together.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
long, but it's good.
Y'all was
Yeah,
cracking me
yeah.
up with that hot card. That shit was funny.
Oh, the gift card
Man,
situation.
I
The hot gift
laughed
card.
myself into
I
a
was
cramp, yo.
crying.
Nah,
I
I
laughed
was
I
myself
crying.
walked off
into
the
a
set.
cramp, yo. Yo,
Hey,
that's crazy.
and
It never.
Keith was like, I'm calling you to tell you that you gave me a hot ass gift card. It ain't working. I said,
And
Lord
for
Jesus.
anybody who's wondering what we talking about, episode 198 of the Mr. Know It All podcast, y'all get on over there.
Gotta
Or
check
you
it
can check,
out.
you know what I'm saying? You let us know what you think about that. Dang, I appreciate y'all coming on. That's episode 160 of the How to Hustle podcast. We are out. I am hype. That's HYMPE. It's hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up.